arrive here at a critical moment.
They will be dead soon enough.
What's going on, motherfuckers? That's right. We are back for our 1 week follow-up and review. Oh yes. You didn't think I was done, did you? I'm just getting warmed up. Just getting warmed up. I haven't even gotten to the heavy-hitting shit yet. We ain't gonna get all of that tonight either, but we're gonna get some pretty interesting bullshit. Got you covered.
7 days, right?
To the letter.
Yeah.
To the hour. To the hour.
11:30. 11:30 was when we started last week.
7 days.
Oh, 7 days. You know that game, 7 Days to Die? I think that title's pretty relevant here. So, for those of you that are joining us and missed last week, or live under a rock, or, generally don't follow anything in particular for any set amount of time, we raised some questions with Armageddon Manufacturing about whether or not they were all made in the United States. Was some of it made in the United States? Was it partially made in the United States? And it caused a week of solid, unjustified ass hurt because, let's be real, that is a very straightforward and very simple question to ask somebody when they are making a claim. You know? Very straightforward question. Are you or are you not? Well, why don't you come on the show and talk about it? And he was a no-show.
He'd love to.
Love to. 11:30 Thursday. Let's do this.
To the day, folks. I didn't propose a day, and he went, I don't know if I can make it. And I went, well, fuck you. I'm going live without you if you don't show up. Nuh-uh. I already showed that. But we're going to go through all that again, because we're going to recap the whole thing. Because apparently there are some people who didn't quite catch that and don't understand it, and they think that somebody just saying, it's not me. That's fact. No. See, that's not fact. You're not bringing any evidence to the contrary. You're expecting people to take the words of somebody who has spent the last week lying. No.
Lying multiple times.
Oh,
because we had Thursday? Mm-hmm. No show. Okay. I'll get the press release out Monday. Okay. Monday, nothing. Monday afternoon, nothing.
He was still
Monday
writing.
night?
He said he was still writing it.
Oh yeah, he was still writing it. No, he wasn't writing it because then Tuesday, I have someone to write this because I'm not good at writing. Okay, right. So Tuesday, we'll wait. Okay.
Yeah, it was then there was a writer for it.
And then it was, I'm busy because I'm getting ready to leave for the expo. And then it was, okay, then it drops at 12 o'clock in the morning.
After he just said, give me 5 to 6 days. Okay. Ironically enough, it happened right after something else.
Oh, God. Fucking Time Lords. When will we ever understand their whimsical ways? You'll understand that reference in a moment. But let's start from the beginning. Let's do a little tear-down action right quick, because apparently some people are completely and utterly oblivious as to what the fuck is going on. So, we're going to start with a quick rundown. If you want in-depth analysis, go to the previous show. It's only 26 minutes. Ironically, the show crashed and I had to restart it, so you got a nice fat 26-minute segment of everything that we are about to cover loosely right now. Keyword here is being loosely. Depth, previous show. Now, let us begin. So, on 7/18/2016, Rambo Wu who is somebody that basically makes clones and helps people produce RDAs and other products overseas. Posts on on Facebook. There are always people asking me why your price is higher than others. Can you match their price? Blah blah blah. Basically, it's like he's like, come let me make your shit. And over here we got Ariel again. Good quality, great customer service. And we are also under a market freeze. No new products allowed. Not necessarily just in the USA. These guys distribute all over the world. Right, and that was on 7/18. And then on 7/23/2016, we have the first post on the Apocalypse. As you can see here, it is dated bottom left-hand side. I know it's a little small to see, but it is there. Trust me on that. I will send you the screens if you ask for them. All right, so then it says the prototype deck, because that's when it was launched right there. First time we've seen it, right? Screens of the RDA import in question. Now, mind you, I'm doing all this in chronological order for a reason, because it paints the picture and timeline. Here is the entire conversation. None of it is chopped up. None of it is... That's bullshit, okay? Because I even went and got the one in the middle to make sure that nobody could say that we were picking and cherry picking and blah, blah, blah. No. This is his profile, which he tried to say he wasn't his profile. And now it is his profile, but we'll get into that in a minute, all right?
So you approached him first.
No, I posted the screens of Mr. Super Anti-Clone Temper Tantrum attacking other people about it, him carrying a metric fuck ton of clones, and quite the vibrant variety of them. So, next it goes into, not my profile, bruh. Like, that was the original lie. It was not my not my account there, guy. Not my account there, guy. Really. All right. Well, the whole problem with that is... Hang on a second, I got something for you guys.
Video.
Oh, it's not there. Fuck. Hang on a minute. I can fix that. I got y'all. I knew I forgot to do something. You ever notice you ever have one of those nagging doubts?
Yep.
And you're
well,
like,
that's why last time we had an hour pre-show before.
Yeah, I figured everything would still be there, but of course not. Why would that happen the way I want it? Now, what did I do with that? I know it's in here somewhere. I downloaded a lot of shit.
You want me to resend it to you?
Hey, no, I'll find it. I got it. Boom, right there, folks. As you can see, when you look at it, when it flips over, it says right there, when he scrolls down a little bit, join May 2009. Go to his profile now, it's May 2009. So that's a bold-faced lie, okay? It is his fucking profile. There is no denying it. He had the conversation with somebody who doesn't matter, and it happened. Okay, nobody hacked his fucking account. It's not somebody, it's not a fake account. It's him. Then we go on to the next thing in chronological order. We have attention to all vape shop owners. If you have any good design of RDA or RTA and find it more costly to produce locally, then you can ask me for help, because 1, labor costs cheaper in China. 2, material cheaper in China. 3, we have years of experience manufacturing original RDAs and RDTAs for overseas customers and has strict quality control. Yeah, okay. We keep your design secret. Obviously not. All right, so then on 8/20/2000... Oh, wait, most important part here, I'm sorry. Ariel says he can vouch for this factory. The quality is better and worth the little price increase. Then we have on 8/20/2016 the initial post of the original Apocalypse RDA, and that is August 20th, 2016. Blowout Vapor Apocalypse RDA. This was when he debuted it on social media. Only a few more days. This is my new favorite RDA. Moving on. Rambo posts the camo-colored Coil Master, which isn't a Coil Master. I understand that. Salty, do your thing. You break down what it is so people understand.
The Coil Master, well, it's kind of similar to 521 tab. What basically is you can screw an atomizer on it with a build. It will read the ohm of the build, and then you can actually, there's a button and a selector switch where you can fire the build to kind of get all the hotspots out before you drop it onto a mod.
And then on the right, you can see there it is in a pile of barrels from, the Apocalypse. I mean, look at it. It's literally something that is not, it's not like this is like an everyday thing that every distro and their fucking mother has. This is something he saw, he liked on social media, and then brought it in for himself from the same guy that he's talking about doing business with. And as you can see on the right there it all is together. And for anybody that has a very small phone or is watching it on mobile, boom! big ass screen right there of everything going on. Okay, like this is like there's too much. This is a coincidence. This isn't bits and pieces. This is a fucking time frame. Okay, and then back to his conversation with me. You can, like I said, right here. So you can see it's not just me raising questions. I've deleted nothing in the post. Haven't banned any of your people. Now I have. Yep. Haven't disrespected a soul. I'm about to start because I am really getting tired of the shit talking. But you have to understand one very important thing. If China thing turns out to be true or is true, now's the time, even if production is split. Then he says, I've recently reached out with everything going on. If you can't beat them, join them. And I said, to China? Yes, I'm registered in China now. All of my line of RDAs will be made. Oh, my new line will be made overseas. Vital RDA to replace Apocalypse, but I haven't released it yet. And at least from that line, I'm not even sure if I'm going to continue the old line under Armageddon Manufacturing until it's all sorted out. So this is where I invited him on the show. Said, this is what you do. You need to get ahead of this. I'm trying to help the guy. If I wanted to ruin him, I wouldn't be having a conversation. I just would have ate him. He says, so someone from the USA registered my company over in China and has been cloning me since the beginning. Max.
Yes, sir.
How long did it take for you to get cloned?
2 years.
2 years. And was that all your products or just one?
Just one.
Okay, so 2 years to clone just one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I said for him to join me on the show, and he said he'd love to. We picked the date, and we moved on. All right? And then here you have the old, bought a bunch of machines to keep up our production, da-da-da-da-da, American-made right here in Florida. We will know things, and yeah, whatever. Who cares? The point is that as we've only seen 2 machines, I ain't buying it. And now apparently he's a Time Lord. So he's having a conversation with Andy Bader. I would think your computer guy is helping you with your press release would at least know this. He said, I did. I answered above. I know that it was a Samsung S8, but how do you know? How do you track the phone to the person? Okay, so let me tell you why that's bullshit. Let me tell you guys why that's bullshit. I don't know if you guys are phone gurus or you're up to date on, technology, on what's going on in the tech world, but
April 21st, 2017.
Yeah. So either he's a Time Lord or whoever hacked his phone or did whatever they did is a Time Lord.
Some Time Lord's involved here somewhere.
Yeah. Somehow the Doctor was involved. Okay. Or somebody stole the TARDIS. Yeah, this is where things are complicated because now we're starting to go into all sorts of paradoxes and other kinds of things that didn't fucking happen.
And it's not a matter of like a couple days before the release of this thing. Like maybe somebody got their hands on it. It's like 10 months prior to the release.
Yeah, it's it's not like they had a beta and they were like, oh, they'll never know what phone this is. It didn't exist.
I think it was still a rumor. I think it was still a rumor then. Like they had mentioned that it was in development at that.
I mean, what the fuck?
Stop. Just stop.
How hard is telling the truth? The whole truth.
Apparently, for some people. Anyway.
Well, it's like absolutely terrifying. Like I don't understand.
Primies, vaporized nomads, EVCA,
perfect vape,
theory. Fucking Dipple.
Oh my god.
I mean, we could just go down all the list right now. Apparently, it's pretty hard.
You remember Drew Biskler? A1 drip sauce? I don't make it in my bathroom. I'm making this clean location right here. Do me a favor, homie. Take 2 steps back. Are you in a fucking closet with the fucking vent in it? Yeah, you lying piece of shit. So,
oh man,
you get what I'm saying? Like, people just don't seem to understand. We're not stupid. The average person is not dumb enough to buy the drivel that is taking place right now.
Well, apparently some of the average people are dumb enough to buy a lot of this.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Because apparently American Made, according to him, is open to interpretation, and his lawyer said blah, 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 blah.
We'll get to that.
Oh, word? Oh, word. It's open to interpretation? They're very vague on that? Okay.
Oh God, Skyline cat hair in the blender. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you're right.
yeah. Hats off to Johnny for that one. That was good. That was good. That was top tech shit. Now let's think about this for a second here, okay? This is a regulatory agency who sets the standards for how things are done business-wise in the United States, okay? This isn't Joe Schmo in his basement, okay, going, fuck it. This is okay. We'll hammer this out later. No, that's not
They
how
say
it
jump,
works.
you say how high.
They say poop, you say at what time, sir? Okay? None of that. That doesn't happen. There's no wishy-washy. No, sorry. Let's get into that because I think people need to understand that because I don't think that they do. And the reason why it's a problem, which we're going to get into after that.
Whole loophole bullshit. Fucking fuck out of here.
I love it. You would think a Time Lord would know what standards are.
Well, apparently he goes back. He doesn't go forward to see how this ends for him.
All right. So, let's dig in, ladies and gentlemen, shall we? We got a little bit of digging in to do here. All right, so this is right off of, just before anybody gets ass hurt, goes, he's cherry picking. Right here. See what it says right up there at the top there in the address bar? ftc.gov, okay? I'm just using this thing because it's easier to read. The standards for unqualified made in USA claims. What is the standard for a product to be called made in the USA without qualification? For a product to be made in the USA, for a product to be called made in the USA or claimed to be of domestic origin without qualifications or limits on the claim, the product must be all or virtually all made in the U.S. The term United States, as referred to in the enforcement policy statement, includes the 50 states, the District of Columbia, and the U.S. territories and possessions. What does all or virtually all mean? Now, I just want to make sure we understand each other here. They used a vague term and then went, fuck it, run right underneath that, we're going to clarify it. All or virtually all means that all significant parts and processing, key words here, parts and processing that go into the product must be of U.S. origin. That is, the product should contain no or negligible foreign content. Again, the product should contain no or negligible foreign content.
To go even further, example.
Yes. Example. Okay. A table lamp is assembled in the U.S. from American-made brass, an American-made Tiffany-style lampshade, and an imported base. The base accounts for a small percentage of the total cost of making the lamp. An unqualified made-in-the-U.S. claim is deceptive for two reasons. The base is not far enough removed in the manufacturing process from the finished product to be of little consequence, and it is a significant part of the final product. So, let's think about this here. Would any of the products work without their clamps?
Negative.
Would any of the products work without their screws?
Negative. Or insulators.
So, what we're saying here is that it's a bullshit claim. Okay?
Pretty much.
No, literally, it's a bullshit claim. And no amount of ass hurt, hashtags, bullshit, tears, mental gymnastics, none of it fucking matters. Your feelings on the fucking subject don't fucking matter. They don't matter because that's a fucking fact. He said he imported the fucking A, B, and C, so that means no dice, okay? Meaning he's been defrauding everyone. Consumers, shops, distros, everybody that thought it was American made was fucking lied to.
Yeah. And for people who really want to go ahead and nitpick this down to a bunch of plates and screws, just go back to 2016 when we really have, I think, in my opinion, some very hard evidence that shows that he was importing clones in the very beginning. So if you really want to go ahead and even take that narrative out, you still can't deny from the very beginning that these were cloned. They were also being portrayed as being American made because you've got reviewers from November to December of 2016 to 2017 and January of 2017 saying that these were American made products.
Now, I would like to clarify, okay, that until we did that show the other day, I'm going to leave their name out of it because it's the right thing to do, because I'm not sitting here trying to cause a sonic shitstorm, all right? That was not the intent on this. The intent was to get answers. The intent wasn't to burn shit to the ground. I had no intention on burning Rome. I just wanted to deliver a fucking letter, okay? But I was contacted recently and they said, you know what? After our discussion, I want to. So they were lied to too. So I don't actually fault them for it. Now, a lot of you may be thinking you're going too easy on them. Well, I mean, let's be real here. The manufacturer tells you it's made in America.
100% American.
Why would you question them? Because that is a fucking claim that you can be prosecuted for violating and making falsely.
That takes that's a prideful claim.
You
know?
It impacts somebody's purchasing decision. And when you are being deceptive.
Yeah, and for anyone out there, we're not here to go ahead and destroy anyone's business. If we were going to go ahead and do this, we would have not reached out to Ariel in the beginning to try to explain this, okay? We went ahead, Tristan reached out, come on the show. All right, we got a date. Never came on the show, and it just went downhill from there. So believe me, we're not here to go ahead and destroy anyone. We just want some answers. And I think the consumers want some answers, and I think the retailers want some answers.
And they damn well deserve them.
Yeah.
Salter, you sell Armageddon in your shop?
That we do, my man.
You pick up a decent amount of them?
Yeah, I think our last order was somewhere around like $2,500 to $3,000 worth.
You picked them up when they were high-priced wholesale, right?
We've carried them since pretty much the beginning of our stores, actually. That was our first high-end RDA that we carried.
Hey, Salter. Salter.
Yes, sir.
Are you located near a military base?
I'm actually located next to the third largest U.S. Army installation in the U.S.
And would it be safe to say that those folks take, American-made to be pretty fucking serious?
I tell you what, that's actually a question we get asked almost every day on every transaction. Where is this product made? The ones we say in the U.S., they're sold out first.
Now, have you told people that they were made in the U.S. based on what you were told?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that I actually use that as a selling point considering, I believe I've seen it printed on the package. I know I've heard it spoken from numerous reviewers. And
I have no reason to think that they would lie.
You know what? As a member of a large shop chain, I honestly believed in Armageddon. I've never had a reason to doubt them. I've never had a reason to question them. You know, and that's why we've always carried Armageddon. It's a solid product. It really is. But now
I can
that I
vouch
know
on the solidarity of that product.
Of it not being American made, which in all honesty, the damage would have been lessened if dude would have just said, "Yeah, you're right. We outsourced." I would have gotten that as a businessman. I could have still spun that to customers.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's assembled in the USA, that still means you're employing people in the US to assemble a product. And that's something that people can still stand behind. But the fact that it's gone on this long, like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. Armageddon's probably going to leave our stores. I'm going to invest in a real American-made company.
And I want to be completely honest. I'm pissed that we even have to deal with this right now because we've got so much on our plate.
Oh, yeah.
Advocacy-wise, we're getting hammered. PR, we're getting hammered. We're getting hammered. Fake stories, we're getting hammered. FDA, and we got to deal with this?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the reason that we have to deal with this is, and I was talking to someone who's going to remain anonymous right now, and you know, that was brought up to me too. There's so much stuff going on. Why are you still harping on this? Well, just like advocacy, as we've noticed, it's always someone else is going to do it. Someone else is going to do it. Someone else is going to do it. You know what? No one stands up for the consumers. The consumers do not have that feeling of safety. They trust the manufacturers, they trust the retailers, they trust the distributors because that's what they are given. That is their access. No one stands up for the consumers. They are sheep in this world. No offense to them, but they are sheep being herded by these companies. It's a dog-eat-dog world. The businesses have to make money. Consumers want to have the products. Fine. But this is a slap in the face to the whole community and the consumers. Whether it is true or not at this point, the fact that it has taken this much and this long to get even anything is complete and utter bullshit.
And the sad thing about it is that this could have been over in like 5 to 10 minutes and it'd been all good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ariel, you pushed us to this.
Yeah. I'm
We
not
didn't wanna do this.
stopping now. Now I'm mad because let me tell you something, pal. I don't spend 60 hours a week busting my ass trying to stay on top of everything else that goes on in this fucking industry. And, you know, take care of my wife, who is not of the best health, all right? Amid the myriad other things that I have to do to be called some fat basement neck dweller or whatever the fuck you said. Because I could tell you and your little fucking fuck boys that want to run around and run their mouth and turn this into a derogatory match, you will fucking lose. Do you remember the bread? Yeah, all right? I raised hell on somebody with bread. Don't fuck with me.
I believe we do have the Chinese flag with the Armageddon symbol on it.
Do not. Because I can tell you right now, the shit that I am sitting on is unparalleled nonsense. So let's not. I think I'm pretty clear. Don't. You will lose. I don't lose. We don't lose. I don't pick fights I can't win, and I don't start things I don't know the end to. Anywho, moving on to other things that had transpired that I think people would find pretty interesting. I put other screens up here, and I don't remember what the fuck they did because I forgot to label the last one because I ran out of time.
Tristan, before you move on, you keep making references to the unqualified made in the USA claims, right?
Correct.
They do go on a little farther into qualified made in the USA claims, right?
By all means.
Do you want to give a quick? I don't have the page open, but if you want to give a quick explanation of what a qualified.
Let me see if I can find that. Give me 1 second, because that's going to be some small ass print.
Basically, everything has to be an integral part of the component.
Right.
Integral. You know, even with an explanation that even if a vase had a base that was not made in the U.S., it's still considered not made in the USA because it's an integral part of that.
Right. Now they have also what's called the qualified made in the USA claim, which is to say you say that it's 80% made in the USA or something like that. That's the unqualified claim is where you just say it's made in the USA because it's all or virtually all American made.
Precisely. Yeah. They also go on here. This is what they got. What substantiation is required for a made in the USA claim? When a manufacturer or maker markets an unqualified item that is made in the USA, it should have and rely on a reasonable basis to support the claim at the time it is made. This means a manufacturer or marketeer needs competent and reliable evidence to back up the claim that the product is all or virtually all made in the United States. What factors does the Commission consider to determine whether a product is all or virtually all made in the U.S.? The product's final assembly or processing must take place in the United States. The Commission then determines other factors, including how much of the product's total manufacturing costs can be assigned to the U.S., to U.S. parts, U.S. processing, how far removed any foreign content is from the finished product. In some instances, only a small portion of the total manufacturing costs are attributable to foreign processing, but that processing cuts off there. I don't have the rest of it.
Yeah, it's like a button or a door.
Right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to send you this screenshot so you can throw it up there in case anybody wants to read it specifically.
The metal itself has to be from the United States. They actually have a example where a wrench could not be determined being made in the United States because the metal came from another country.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you're ordering titanium, for example, which if I'm not mistaken, Max, you may know better than I do, I don't think that there's anywhere you can buy raw titanium in the United States right now. It's all mined from Russia, right?
Yeah, I don't know that anybody's actually producing it here.
Okay, so if you've got a titanium RDA, It is not made in the United States. Sorry.
Yeah. So you could say designed and assembled in the United States.
Yeah, here, this is the examples they give, right? What is a qualified made in USA claim? A qualified made in USA claim describes the extent, amount, or type of a product's domestic content or processing. It indicates that the product isn't entirely of domestic origin. Example, 60% US content, made in USA of US and imported parts. Sounds like a perfectly appropriate example. Couch assembled in USA from Italian leather and Mexican frame. These are some examples they give. So, I mean, that seems, there's nothing wrong with made in the USA if it's not all, but you've got to tell people that parts of it are not to be in compliance with these FTC guidelines. You can't just, if half of the stuff is made in the USA, you're supposed to disclose that it's half made in the USA.
Not, hey, we got some stuff here, we put it together here, we packaged it here. Where did the stuff come from? Who cares? It's made in the US.
And his, I mean, I'm not sure where he got his understanding of how the made in USA claims work, because he had a very different explanation that involves, if according to his explanation, if you import something and then engrave it here, it's now made in the USA. As long as you modify it in some way, which I can't find any examples on the FTC website indicating that that's how that works. If anybody can find those, I'd be, very happy to look at it.
I'm sorry, an old friend popped up in chat that I haven't talked to in years. What were we looking for?
Something that doesn't exist.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure that we weren't looking for a unicorn, because that's what we're looking for, right?
Right. Time traveling unicorn.
In a TARDIS.
Right. For sure.
I'll get right on that. So, that being said, let's cut the bullshit. Why don't you just own up to this shit already before it turns into something it doesn't need to be? And I'm not talking about from us either, because God forbid the FCC decided to go, we're going to look into that. That's a shitload of money made from defrauding the community. That don't look too good. Let's go investigate that, because that wouldn't end well. And if your lawyer is advising you of that, get a new one. Now.
Wait. If his lawyer, the lawyer he has, he needs to get a new one, because any real lawyer would have told him he needs an LLC and not do business as his own self.
Same dude making the press release. I guess he's got multiple jobs.
Yeah.
That press release was
Nomina Patri et Fili Spiritu Sancti. Buried. Dude.
done.
No.
I mean, and let's be
Fix
serious.
now.
People act like, this isn't, I mean, I see this as part of advocacy in that we can't expect the government to leave us the fuck alone if we can't even be on, we can't be honest to the consumers. We can't be accountable to anybody.
No.
They're going to make us accountable to somebody, and we're not going to fucking like it.
Yeah, they're going to laugh at us. They're going to be like, you want to regulate yourself? Son, you couldn't even put Made in America and China on your box.
We got to do this shit like adults, grow the fuck up. And, these companies got to be responsible, not just the juice companies, the hardware, everybody. Or the fucking government's going to do it, but, they're going to change the way this shit's going. And we're not going to like adults.
So let me ask you guys all a question.
Sure.
If he came and he laid it all out, straightforward, do you think that would be enough to placate people, or do you think it's gone too far?
No, it's gone too far.
Oh, no, we are way
We are past that. He had his chance. Just like when your parents tell you, look, if you mess up, just tell us and it's not going to be as bad. But if we have to find this out and drag it out of you, it's going to be worse. Better example, the cops.
I was just
The cops give you that one chance. Be honest.
Yep.
It's not going to be as bad. We still got to slap you a little bit, but it's not going to be as bad. But if you make us go through all this work, you aggravate us, call us names, and then you're like, hey, you know what? Actually, I do have some. No, you're done. You're done.
Exactly.
You're done.
No. See, the point is that it's supposed to come from a place of, ooh, I fucked up. Let me make this right. Not, shit, I can't lie anymore. Well, I guess I'll come clean now and look like a hero. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Nope.
And anybody else that's helping and enabling this, you are equally as culpable in this, because you are qualified as a promoter. You are a marketeer.
An employee. or employees.
Especially if you're receiving compensation to do so.
Which
Just
means
know
free
that.
shit.
Uh-huh.
Free shit is compensation.
Why? Because I don't know if you remember, that's why shit hit the fan over at Dr. Crimmy's, because they were paying their admins to run smokescreen for them so that they could try to bury the problem. Didn't work too good. Didn't work too good at all. Could it be because somebody actually, with a higher power looked into that? Maybe.
I just ask because it's just a shame. It's something that could have been taken care of the right way, and it just wasn't.
I had another talk with someone about that. They want to believe in the good in people. That what everyone has a chance to be redeemable, and that's a noble thought. And in a perfect world, absolutely. However, when there are shitbags out there like this that are continuing to do this bullshit over and over, no.
So, let's read this real quick. What are the requirements for country of origin marketing goods? Oh my God, I don't know why I can't read today. Probably because I got 3 hours of sleep, and it might be a factor. All right, what are the requirements for country of origin marking on goods that are imported into the U.S.? The United States Marking Statute, Section 304, Tariff Act of 1930. This has been going on since 1930. I don't think this has been open to interpretation. I'm just saying. An amendment, 19 U.S.C. 1304, requires that unless accepted, every article of foreign origin or its container imported into the U.S. shall be marked with its country of origin. Goods that are imported into the U.S. are required to have a country of origin marking, such as the country of manufacture, production, or growth of any article of foreign origin entering the United States. There are exceptions to this requirement. For instance, for goods that are incapable of being marketed, i.e. fruits, it is appropriate to mark the outer container with the country of origin. Prior to importing your goods in the U.S., you should ensure the overseas supplier has marked the goods with the country of origin. For example, goods originating in China should be marked Made in China. The marking must be legible and permanent enough for the ultimate purchaser to be aware of the origin of goods. The ultimate purchaser is the person who will last purchase or receive the article and the condition in which it is imported. That could be a consumer, one who buys, a processor, one who buys and further processes materials, or a recipient, receiver as a gift. For more information, please visit our website for the marking of country of origin. For questions related to trade agreements, email the FTA inbox, fta@dhs.gov. Oh,
Homeland
that's
that's the email?
At Homeland Security?
Holy shit!
Well, all right then.
I
They're the
don't
last
think
people I'd
they're
want to fuck with.
a gray area.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh
man.
Let me touch on something from chat real quick. Sean's bringing up, companies that, admit to being, manufactured in China and still do fine. Look, nobody here is saying that there's anything wrong with Chinese companies.
No. Vapors Cloud, great company. China.
I don't care, if you're making your stuff in China.
Mhm.
The point of the matter is people take pride in buying an American-made product. So when you advertise that something's American-made, I believe, Tristan, you brought this up on the last show, the fact that people save up their money. I mean, this is a big purchase for a lot of people,
Mhm.
and they put their pennies and their dimes and their nickels, in a jar until they can afford to buy that badass American-made mod. And to find out that there's a potential that it wasn't made in America, not only, shits on that person who spent their last $300-400 to buy that mod, it shits on the entire industry.
Mm-hmm. It completely and utterly invalidates anything a shop could say, because shops are the last bastion of knowledge before somebody walks out into the world with the product that they purchased. So if you think about it, they failed them because they didn't know better. And that's a shitty fucking feeling for the shops that actually care. The ones that actually care about the industry as a whole. That bought it because they wanted to support our industry here. To find out Nah. And they were telling people that? Not good. Not good at all. Not acceptable. By anybody's standards. That actually, has any kind of moral compass.
It's a slap in the face to the community. It's a slap in the face to the manufacturers that actually are American made. And you know what? It raises doubt too. It'll raise a doubt that now consumers are going to question, is this American made? You know what? Just like the whole thing about Krimis, is your juice made in a fucking clean lab? Is your shit made in America? I mean,
here's the problem. It's not just Ariel and Armageddon who's going to have to answer for this if it comes to light that everything is true. All the shops, all the distros, they're on the line too. They sold products that, the big term now in the FDA is misbranded. They sold misbranded products. They sold products that they claimed to the consumer, was strictly 100% American made because that's what they were told. They could wind up catching some lawsuits. So, Ariel, are you going to come up and you're going to pay for those? Because look, you've showed nothing to prove otherwise. Mm-hmm. Nothing. Because you walked into a warehouse with two little machines that were inoperable, that were not working, did not prove that you've been making your RDAs 100% in America from day one.
No.
The truth of the matter is, dude, you haven't.
Yeah.
The proof is there. It's been laid out for everyone. You have not been making the RDAs in America since day one. It hasn't been done. Hell, you've even got a picture up of an Elite that I can show you. Most likely, it was a Chinese guy who sent the picture. There's too many things in the background that say it wasn't you. That damn sure ain't your hand holding it with the long ass pinky nail.
I'm just gonna sip my tea. Don't mind me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's not cool, man. It's not. And you guys need to stop enabling that. You're enabling somebody that needs to come forward and do the right thing, not half-ass, not try to lie about what he can, sweep under what he can, and then do minimal damage control. No.
I mean,
it's past that.
That video he posted, the first 12 minutes, had nothing to do with anything.
No,
it was like a tour of the offices. It was like they spent so much time on none of the stuff that anybody found important.
The questions weren't even the questions that, not even us, forget us. The questions were not the questions the community was asking.
Yeah, I was going to say that. The Q&A, usually in a Q&A, like, you don't get to ask your own Qs. Like, no. The guy that's videotaping him wrote the questions that he's going to ask. Like, that's not what transparency is. That's like, I'm going to formulate specific questions so I can make the statements that I think are important.
Yo, this is just like the debate where they gave Hillary the questions.
Yeah.
Keck.
All right. So I know we talked a little bit about this, about filing in China.
Yes.
6 months to a year.
What?
6 months to a year.
To register a trademark in China.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of registering trademarks in China, Armageddon, as I understand it, is registered currently in China. Is that right, Tristan?
The
Armageddon trademark, according to him, somebody from the U.S. registered it. That's not him. Registered it in China.
It is registered in China, but it's not someone from the U.S.
Right.
The guy is definitely Chinese.
Is it somebody in the U.S. registered it in China and has been cloning him? Just out of curiosity, do you have a date on when that was registered in China?
Give me 30 seconds.
I was going to say, sir,
watch the Oracle work.
Sir. Start the clock.
I'm curious how close to the actual start of the company somebody just thought, this is going to be real big. I'm gonna register it in China now.
and I'm going to register everything.
Yeah.
Stuff that would have had to known would be released.
Yeah. And when you file, there's no database like we have here, like tests.
Yeah.
You go ahead and look up your trademark registrant.
Okay.
There's not one in China. You go ahead, you file the paperwork, 6 months to a year to get it approved, and then you get like a pre-filing paper. Trademarks in China are based on who files first. So that 6 month to a year wait is them making sure that you actually are the one that has filed it first, and there's no one else that's filed it before you.
Right.
So that's why it's a little different in China as opposed to here. Trademarks has to go through the approval process. There is an objection period,
right.
And it can take some time.
Yeah, I've been through it. Well, here anyway, not in China.
Yeah, I'm federally trademarked too, so.
I didn't bother doing it in China, but
Well, Chris, that's interesting. The whole "I found my clones" video in China. Okay, well, we all saw how he. I need a moment.
I can't even right now. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to pull this up on screen because it's absolutely terrifying. Because there's like some motherfuckers out there that you just have to take a moment and go.
November the 7th, 2016.
So what's that, like 2 months after
No,
his first?
I'm sorry. Wrong one. Sorry.
Happens.
Hold on. He'll get it.
Yeah, that was the old one.
Yeah, because remember there was another one that was.
Yeah, that was the old one.
Their website's a nightmare.
Something that's always been odd to me, and I think I brought this up during, I don't know, one of the shows or something, but is he says that company that we seen in the video over in the Shenzhen Expo cloned him, everything, including his business information. Well, I actually looked into that personally. I went to the IECIE website because you can always pull up a floor plan for 90% of conventions that are ever done in the world. And there was only one Armageddon company there. And when you translate the Chinese text to English text, it literally directs you to their website, the one in the States. So it's like,
oh,
even if they fucking copied all your business information, all the orders they're making and selling kind of go to you, don't they? I mean, even if they cloned your business cards, which I do believe he said in one of those videos, like his phone number and shit, his email, like that business is coming to you, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, I've got a crazy buzz going on right
his
now.
business cards with his contact information.
That's what he said.
So
That's
they're
what he
out there.
fucking said.
So the cloners are out there just doing free advertising for him.
Right, they're making him money.
And he's upset about
his
this.
Business cards in China at the conventions. That makes sense.
Maybe there's a Chinese guy who changed his name to I'm Ariel Paxton now.
You want Cunt Salter's opinion right now because he's buzzed as fuck?
I do.
Here's the honest
Did
truth.
she finally bring the glass?
Here we go.
Pinky's out. Pinky's out.
Here.
Classy.
Sir Cuntalese.
Even if he was cloned in fucking China, he uttered the words, if you can't beat them, fucking join them. So he allowed them to file the fucking trademark in China. Let the Chinese fucking run with Armageddon. I'll just create a new company here in the States, create a whole bunch of fucking, oh, this happened to me, woe is me, please support me because this happened. Create some mortal mods.
Yep.
Which then, let's be honest, now it's a post 8.8 product, unless you're going to literally be like using the same designs, but technically that'd become IP infringement at that point of his own company. Like,
he didn't change the business name. He started a new business.
Right. It's a new tobacco product. You can't release a new tobacco product after 8.8, especially if you're an American company. Just fucking stop it, man.
Especially advertising it. He's advertising stuff is new on his website. Advertising shit is new 2 years later.
No.
I'm so mad everybody else can drink right now but me.
I'm not
drinking.
I drink every night of the
I'm
week.
not drinking.
But you could.
I could.
I can't. I'm not allowed.
China is not going to fucking clone your shit down to the fucking email and website name. And they're not going to make money for you. If they were going to clone you, they were going to make money for themselves and say, fuck Ariel Paxton.
Who took that video in China?
I'm pretty sure one of his reps.
One of his reps in China?
No, wait, I think he took it.
That's what I thought originally.
Video.
However, he said he wasn't there.
Alexa, cancel. Sorry, this bitch thinks I'm talking to her.
Sassy.
Here's my question, right? Because I saw very little of the video. What I remember of it was just like panning across, like the showcases of product.
They literally copied the actual showcase products too.
I mean,
My
the
question
banner,
is-
they had an
my
Armageddon RDTA.
In the video, does anybody confront them?
Yes, he goes up to them and they are excited to see him.
Like, oh, hello, good to see you.
Like, hey, how you?
But is he like, why are you like? Does he like make
No.
it?
No, he just
That's
talks
all
to
I'm
the
saying.
video and says, they cloned me.
Yeah,
They,
no
they
negativity at
cloned
all.
my company.
If that was me in his position, being as big as he is in the U.S., I'd be flipping fucking tables.
Well, you kind of
Right.
can't do that
Straight
in
beating
China.
the shit
Well,
out
yeah, you probably. Yeah, I wouldn't advise that in China. But I'm
He would
saying,
take a
like,
shit
how
on the
would
table.
you-
We
I
know.
would shit on the
All
table.
right, wait. I wouldn't do that in China, but Salty, as we all know, would do that in China.
I would scream Godzilla with my shirt off
Especially with
and
the
my
buzz.
shit on the table.
Especially with the buzz on. But at least you'd sound accusatory when you're talking to them. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck are you? Like, this is not your company. What, like, you're not, like, what are you doing? But no, let's just take videos of the showcase, and then that's it. Like, that's just what strikes me as weird.
Oh yeah, and you know what I'm waiting for?
Tristan, I'm
for-
sending that over to you if you want to post it.
I'm
up.
waiting for Immortal mods to come out with the same RDTA that Armageddon China came out with, because that looked like a really good RDTA.
I'm sorry, I was on a Ginger Godzilla tirade in the chat. He
I
has
just
no
sent
soul. He cannot die.
I sent you the trademark.
Yeah, gimme.
Oh yeah, we already have fucking shit talkers on Facebook. It's great.
Oh, I love it. It's fantastic. So mad. Rawr.
Although they're really mad.
Oh, they
I don't
mad?
care. I don't care. Look at my face. I don't give
And
a
then I
fuck.
posted 480 characters of ha 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 ha. And you know what? I didn't copy pasta. I typed that shit out.
Oh, is that what we were doing?
Yeah.
Did you get every ha-ha, or did you get some HH and AA?
I went with the haha as far as I could go. That Facebook will allow me to.
And I just got a friend request from a random Chinese person.
Is his name Rambo?
It's not Rambo,
You might want to make the new mod fathers. Watch out.
but I'm going to.
Looks like you know he's gonna earn you a couple million just for you.
Yeah, no, but I'm for sure gonna scroll through their pictures now and see what kind of products they're making.
Hi, we clone you. Want to do business together?
Oh,
So,
see.
as you can see, that right there is the trademark for the apocalypse. So,
What's
Now
that?
that took place a year ago. Okay.
And China,
How do you run a company for a year and not realize that someone else has already stolen your company's name?
but yet he talked about it since pretty much when he opened, because that's when he was cloned.
Right, but you remember he talked about the fact that they stole his trademark and all that stuff just when he went to China.
Mm.
He had a distributor in China. He was selling his products in China. How do you not know?
That's. Oh my god.
And as you can see, that's definitely not an American that did that.
oh God, no. That ain't English writing. That is not Latin characters. No. That shit is
Sorry.
Why does this Russell Bruford person keep talking about that he's not scared of us?
nobody cares,
have-
bro.
Have anybody said anything to him?
No, he thinks. Here's the thing about it. This guy is such a fucking clown. He thinks he got thrown out of Legion because of my loyalty to Armageddon. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, I got thrown out. Those guys don't want me. No, asshole. You didn't get thrown out for that. You got thrown out for talking shit to one of my admins when you were told to post screens of the fucking survey as a requirement to stay in the goddamn group. That's why you got thrown out of Legion. And he brought it up to me like a week or two later because he didn't want to make a big deal out of it. But he really couldn't stand it anymore, and it was really pissing him off with the whole way you were carrying on. And then when I saw that, I said, fuck you, bro. Nobody talks to me people like that. Nobody. So that's why you were thrown out of Legion. And if you would like, why don't you hit me up and I'll send it to you so you can sit there and think about it, how much of an asshole you're being when you don't even know why you were thrown out to fucking begin with. That's how dumb you look right now. We've been sitting here laughing about your theatrics for the last week. You don't even know why you were tossed. Dumb. Like, beyond dumb. That is some of the dumbest shit ever. You don't even know why. You didn't even have the balls to PM me personally and ask why. You just went and ran your mouth. That's bitch shit. So for a guy who, I'm not scared, I don't see in my inbox going, why was I thrown out? You don't even know. So what do? You automatically go somewhere else and dick ride because it makes you feel better, because your ass is hurt, because you got tossed for being a dick when you thought you had authority to, and the fact is you didn't. Fucking people, man. The grand delusions that they think that they are that fucking relevant, that they are actually tossed for just, I got tossed for supporting Armageddon. Nobody gives a shit, dude. Support who the fuck you want.
No one got tossed for supporting Armageddon.
No, they got tossed for being assholes. Coming in and going, case closed. No, case ain't fucking closed. Because I ask you a question, you go, I don't know. So then who the fuck are you to tell me case closed?
Everyone that got tossed had been there for 6 months to a year, had not posted a single fucking thing, not commented on a single fucking thing, not liked a single fucking thing, and then all of a sudden, boom, you got something to say. Fuck you. Legion has always been a work group.
Oh, we're
and
smart.
if you're not willing to put in the work, get the fuck out. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, let me tell you how much I'm interested in people that are lurking so that they can deliver information back to the enemy. Yeah, no, sorry.
There's no information to be given to the enemy.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. That's not the point. The point is, don't be a dick and don't sit there and wait for your time to shine like I'm going to go, oh yes, man who's never said a thing. You are absolutely relevant and load-bearing to the situation. I absolutely have to bend to what you say. Fuck you. Okay? Keep enabling somebody that's ripping people off. You're a fucking big hard man siding with somebody that's defrauding people. Yeah. No, you know who does that? Shitbags.
You also have to look at the company that he keeps that supports his products, threatening with guns.
Yes.
Shall we also go further as telling people basically, if you don't like us, fuck you? That's a great rep. Oh, I wish I had a rep like that for mine.
Oh, how about if I don't receive this in 4 weeks, I am going to remove you from every single piece of the vaping community that I possibly can.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
You want to make things derogatory? Let's.
That's why smashing the shit out of my stuff. Come and get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ship the garbage to you with the 5 bags of fucking cat shit on top of it.
Classy.
Let's remember, the past week, nobody from Legion has posted nothing publicly
until today.
Up until the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't the ones. Shit, a lot of us are still in the group, still in Armageddon. We're not in there talking shit. We're not in there bashing everybody. We're not fucking on every single hand check talking shit.
It's going to start though, not in your group. It'll be everywhere. Y'all going to be cut into your own little oxygen bubble soon, because I'm getting really fucking tired of the lies being perpetuated and the fucking viral marketing and just spamming every group with every fucking hashtag. Every motherfucker that owns a mod is a goddamn prospect. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I said it. That shit's stupid. And it looks fake as fuck.
And for those of you that think we're just Legion, the 6 of us or whatever the admins are, there was a while that I was putting "we are everywhere" because we are. Mm-hmm. And the best ones, you won't even know.
You'll never see it coming. It's great. They'll do the work
what's great is the number of groups that we have that you don't even know about.
Yeah, you think that you're hot shit, but people just sit and watch and wait for the right time to deal with excommunication. Since you like to threaten people with excommunication, that's a two-way street, brother. Just remember that. So that being said, it is our usual hour mark, and I've had my fun. So I would like to thank Max for coming out tonight. I know it. You put your dick on the table and you said, "Here it is, sparkly and glorious," and I commend you for that, sir. Wish more people did the same.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it was a pleasure, as always. That being said, folks, we will be back on Sunday because I have a fundraiser that I have to be at for Saturday for the fire department in Jackson. That's where I'll be. So if you want to send people from Jersey to come kick my ass, I'm not going to be hard to find. So, ciao.